This one is about aligned autonomy. Now, many of you might be familiar with the term as an idea of how to coordinate organization, how to organize collaboration. I want to use the term in a much more detailed way, oriented towards individual behavior. Now, when I first came across this idea, how can alignment and autonomy be brought into a balance? It was actually called in another way, and I heard it from a guy called Alex Grauer, who was the head of Cybergeige. And when he was in retirement, he mentioned one of the 3 mistakes that he thought he has made in his time as the head of Cybergeige. And he said he was good at organizing empowerment, but he wasn't good at organizing for direction. Now, at first this might look like a contradiction. You can either work towards more alignment or work towards more autonomy. But I think it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Now, let's first focus on autonomy. Why should autonomy be a good idea? I think it's especially a good idea when we are talking about delegation, when we are talking about organizations having to face the unpredictable, and people in the organization having to face a situation where, for example, every customer, every case they have to deal with is different. So if you want to work against autonomy there and centralize things, you get a lot of alignment, but it's way too tedious, it's way too slow, it's way too bureaucratic. Because only when you give autonomy can you then let people deal with this individual case that they have at hand. Now, when you look at it a bit more in detail, what this actually means, the best story that I got for that was from the head of Swisscom, who was Carsten Slaughter at the time. And Carsten Slaughter actually said this: what makes a strong brand? It's the consistency of customer experiences. You go into a shop, you call the call center, you have somebody come to your home to repair something or whatever. And across these different interventions, there is a certain consistency of the experience. Now, at the same time, behind each contact with the customer, there is an employee. And the employee has to take decisions. And these decisions are usually about conflicting targets. So, for example, you can either go for cost saving or for quality. Or you can go for speed or for safety. Or you can do the right thing in the long term, but it's maybe not the best thing in the short term. Or you can do something which is very good for this customer, but it is actually a deviation from the standard of the company. So you have a long list of possible tensions, of conflicting targets that the individuals have to decide upon. And of course the answer is you have to give them a certain area of autonomy that they can take these decisions. At the same time, how do you create alignment? Now, yes, how do you do that? Well, I think there are 2 elements to that. One is an anchor and the other is examples. So once you've delegated autonomy, I think you need to have some very clear anchors from which this alignment goes. So it can be about the business model, about the positioning that you have as a company. It can be about the strategy. It can be about something that is happening in the company or in the environment that then explains a lot about what is important now in my conflicting targets. And the second part for that is you have to work with examples. So let me take exactly an example that Carsten Slaughter used. He said, imagine a customer comes into a shop with a mobile phone, the phone company that he's head of, is a mobile phone that is broken and is clearly a warranty case. But the warranty has expired a month ago, or more than a month ago. But the customer said, well, he couldn't come earlier because he was in another continent. What do? Do you insist on the fact that the warranty is expired? You have no obligation to actually repair that for free. Or do you repair it for free, although it's a little bit over the end of the warranty, because you say that's what our company stands for? Now, depending on what company you are, when you're a discounter, maybe you say, no, we can only keep so cheap. That's why you came to us, dear customer, because we don't, in such cases, we don't expand the warranty. Or if you're a premium company, then you would go and say, that's exactly why it's of course that we repair it's a matter of course that we repair this phone.